lovely people of the internet, and welcome to this video, which is a little bit different than what I usually do. So grab yourself a nice cup of tea, sit down cozily as I walk you through my experience of getting laser eye surgery. Before I begin, I do want to give a little disclaimer that I'm not a doctor and I'm just sharing my experience of getting the procedure done, so keep that in mind. If you're getting the surgery, hopefully this video will help alleviate some of the anxiety around getting your eyes surgically burned. Now that it's been about 6 months since my surgery, I would say that I am so happy that I got it. So let's start from the very beginning on how I actually decided to get the surgery done. I started wearing glasses when I was, I think, 5th grade full time, so it was about 7 years. I have worn glasses at that point for majority of my conscious life, and one thing is that I could not wear contacts because I have an eye phobia, so any sort of poking, touching, and doing with the eyes I cannot do. I have tried, it was a terrible experience, so I couldn't wear contacts. And suddenly just the glasses were such an inconvenience because I could not really play much sports like tennis, because when I wear glasses they keep on falling off, and then when I don't wear glasses I can't really see what I'm doing. Another experience is that when I would travel and let's say go diving, I also couldn't really see because you also cannot wear glasses while doing that activity. So a lot of beauty of this world went missed by me because simply I could not see it. Changing the lenses of prescription sunglasses costs more than the sunglasses themselves, and it's just like so pointless. When I would wear sunglasses that were not prescription sunglasses, I could not see anything because it was not only that I could not see, but it's also dark, so it felt like I was lost in a forest at night. And one other thing that actually really bothered me is that whenever I would travel or go anywhere, I would feel so anxious that if something happened to my glasses while I was abroad, I simply wouldn't be able to see until I got home. And I lived in this constant fear of, oh my god, like what if my glasses break during this vacation? In themselves, none of these things are a big enough deal because yes, you can see with your glasses, but overall, when you have the opportunity to get a surgery that will help you alleviate all of this inconvenience from your life, why not do it? It was a build-up. I was also really scared of the surgery because, as I said, I have an eye phobia, and I made the horrible mistake of watching a video of how the surgery is performed. I still got the surgery done, so bear with me. So anyway, with all of this annoyance built up, I finally reached the point where I met the criteria for the surgery. So I had to be 18 years or older. My diopter should have been stable for at least a year. And all of that was finally ticked in August of 2024, where my surgeon was like, your eyes actually qualify for the surgery. Now here comes a very fun moment. My clinic, it doesn't work in July and part of August. And I was leaving for university in September, and I did not want to, get an eye surgery right before I leave for uni. The earliest they could do is August 19th, which I was a bit nervous because honestly, it felt like if I wait a month and a half, I would just talk myself out of it. But I did a really good job of not thinking about it at all. When I was getting my surgery, I was given 3 options to pick from. I just decided to go with LASIK. For my surgery, I did undergo, I think there was 3 visits where I sat on a bunch of different machines to get a bunch of different measurements. So that was actually a rather lengthy process because they also had to dilate my pupils and do research on that. But there were 3 appointments. If you wear contacts, I remember my doctor told me that there's a certain period of time that you shouldn't wear them, don't have the problem. And then came day X, August 19th, 2024, the day of my surgery. So before that, in order to prepare, I washed my hair, I did my brows, I did my nails, I cleared out my schedule, I tidied up my room, and I was told that 24 hours before my surgery I should not wear any eye makeup or any makeup in general. So that's what I did. Obviously, during the surgery you don't wear makeup, you don't wear perfumes, you don't wear any jewelry, you just go in for surgery. I also was not allowed to wear deodorant. So at 4 p.m. I was at my doctor's office, and something that was very funny was that I was actually supposed to be the second patient to get the surgery that day. But the day before, I actually did go to get checked out, and when my doctor saw the state that I was in and how nervous I was, he moved around the schedule so I'm the first, because I had told him beforehand in June, like, get me the earliest possible surgery, because the more time I have to think about it, I'll just walk out of your office. So he moved the schedule, so I'm the first one, which thank you, because I feel like if I had to wait for an hour, I would have left. Much appreciated. So I go in, they quickly tell my mom to leave and go in the like little waiting room. They dress me up in those fancy, you know, like surgery clothes. They put 2 bone aids in my hair. At that point, keep in mind, I am shaking like a chihuahua. No shade to my cute doggies. I was tearing up because I was so nervous. A disaster. I was given a light sedative pill that I had to take. Then we go to a machine where they check out my eye, and then they start drawing on my eye, which sounds really bad. But genuinely, like when you sit there, you cannot see the drawing, you cannot feel it, but they draw on your eye. And then they started putting 3 types of eye drops, one after the other, and tell me to sleep with my eyes closed in between. They repeated the eye dropping 4 times, so I got 12 drops in each eye before my surgery. Then I entered the surgery room, and I was told to sit on the edge of this like bed looking thing with my eyes closed. And during that time, based on the conversation from the doctor, I could hear him and the machine engineer of the like laser eye machine. They were giving my details to the machine, and I just sat there what felt like a lot of time. Like I feel like at least 10 to 15 minutes was just me sitting on the bed. And then they told me to lay back on the bed looking thing with my eyes closed, and then the bed moved to the first machine. Something that was so sweet and nice was that the nurse actually held my hand the entire time. So first they moved me to the first machine, which, as I found out, is the one that essentially cuts your eye, like a teeny tiny layer of your eye. They moved me there, they covered one eye with something, and they told me to look up. And then the doctor put this clear looking thing, kind of like I've seen those for nails. They put it over your eye, and there you can't feel anything. You can see a lot of like, it kind of looks like a night sky, so it's black with some light, and you cannot feel any pain, but you do feel pressure. It's like wearing swimming goggles, and that lasted just like a few seconds. Then they switched the eye, did the other eye, a few seconds, and apparently my eyes were cut. During all of this, when they are like doing something on your eye, they put this like thing that opens up your eyes, and I would say that that is the most unpleasant part of the whole procedure, because you feel it's kind of like a little bit of a poking feeling. It sounds scary, it doesn't feel scary, it just feels like poking, but the rest you can't literally feel anything. Like you cannot feel anything. So that is all the discomfort you have to prepare for, that your eye is gonna feel a little poked. Like not even the eye, it's the eyelids. Your eyelid is gonna feel like it's being poked, which in the grand scheme of things is not a big deal. And then the bed moved to machine number 2, which was apparently the laser eye machine. But it was so cool because like it was so high tech. Like on that machine, they of course cover one eye as they're working on the other one. They expand it, and then you look, and there's one green light among a few red lights, and my doctor told me look at the green light. Then as I was looking at the green light, I believe they put something in my eye, but the thing is you can't see when they put or do anything, but everything got blurry, and that is the point where I started panicking because I could no longer see the green light. But my surgeon told me just look at where you remember the green light being, and that worked. And the machine engineer started counting 10, 20, 30, 40, and that way until 90, and then we were done. They did the other eye, 10, 20, 30, and so on until 90, and we were done. You could not feel anything from the laser. Only thing you could like tell was that the room started smelling like burnt hair. Like I would describe the smell, if you've ever gotten laser hair removal, that's the smell. Or if your hair got stuck in a hair dryer, that is the same smell, burnt hair. But you can't feel anything. And you also, only thing you can hear is the counting, and then when the laser gets started up, it sounds like a very loud beehive. The whole surgery took 10 minutes. 10 minutes. The preparation took a while, but then the surgery itself was exactly 10 minutes, which to me, it was like, wow, you know, I was preparing for like, you know, an hour of torture. 10 minutes. Then after the surgery, I was asked to stand up and to tell what time it is on the clock. But I was stressed out, and I confused the arrows on the clock, so I said the wrong time, and then my surgeon was like, oh, what? But then the nurses, they got a good laugh, and they were like, yeah, you just confused the clock. I could see. Then they put me in another room and asked me to sit in an armchair for some time, and this is where the anesthetic eye drops started wearing off, and I could feel burning, but the burning, it felt like when you have cried a lot and then your eyes burn. So I sit there, it's burning, I'm panicking. Then my doctor comes, he checks out my eyes on one of the machines again. He says everything is good, and I tell him my eyes are burning, and he's like, this is normal, it is gonna go away by tomorrow morning. And he gave me another sedative pill and told me, you get home, you take the pill, you sleep, tomorrow morning you'll be good. So after this appointment, my doctor gave me these funky goggles that I had to wear until he took them off the next day, and we made an appointment for exactly 24 hours after my surgery. And I started going home, and this was a moment of true torture because honestly the road home, my eyes were burning, and as I said, it's not a huge burning, it's like crying, but when you know you've just undergone surgery, it's like really scary. And I was panicking and I was grumpy, and I got home, I took the pill, and then I fell asleep, and I slept for 14 hours. And then I woke up, I looked out the window, and I could see the leaves on the trees for the first time. It was so mind-blowing. In the morning, I did not feel anything. Like, I felt cool again. It's approximately 1 hour after my surgery. Right now, my eyes are burning a lot. They're running, and I just want to lay down with my eyes closed and hope that when I wake up tomorrow, pain will be over. The surgery itself was not bad at all. I'm gonna take the light sedatives they gave me and take a nap. Good morning from the day after my surgery and this funky hairstyle that I can't do anything about because I'm not allowed to remove my goggles. I slept for like 14 hours with only a slight interruption. I answered some very concerned people that were concerned where I disappeared and went back to sleep. Today, I don't really feel any discomfort besides the fact that I have a lot of things in my eyelashes. My eyes are a tiny bit watery, but I don't feel any discomfort whatsoever, and I'm hoping that today at 6 p.m. I have my doctor's appointment. They'll remove my goggles and will clean my eyes. What I will say though is that right now I do see, when I got in the bathroom and I looked in my shower, I could see like what my products say, which I usually don't. But I don't think I'm fully comprehending the fact that I can see, just because I do still feel like I have glasses because of the goggles. I must admit that today I feel quite euphoric about my surgery. It's just unbelievable, like being able to see all of that, and I feel very happy that I did it. They're really cute, so I'm gonna bring them in my bag in case they're like, Vicky, take off these goggles, wear your fashionable glasses. Remove the funny goggles. I'm not allowed to wear eye makeup for like 3 months, practice contact sports in one of those feisty sports for like 3 months, and I have a 7-day drop therapy with like antibiotics. And for the next 3 months, they want me to put artificial tears in my eyes, but it's looking good. I have some bleeding in my eyes, which I'm not gonna show you because it looks a little yucky, but they gave me these wet wipes that they told me that I can clean my eyes with them for the foreseeable future. They told me 3 days, I think, and then I can use water, but no swimming pool, sea and such. They're the wipes, and they gave me this goodie bag with like all the medications, instructions, and so plus the goggles. They told me to keep them as a keepsake for memory. Good morning. Today I honestly could not sleep because my eyes were kind of itchy, but I couldn't itch them, and I got myself to put my eye ones. It was just a little bit of a tough evening. I'm feeling a little bit tired. This morning my close-up view is a little bit blurry, but I'm going to show you how I'm allowed to do my skincare for the next 3 days. So let's go. First things first, I can clean my eyes with the wet wipes. And then I just gently run it over and inside. And then we move on to my face, for which I use cotton disc and some micellar water, and then I just run it not close to the eye. And then I grab a paper towel and I wet it under the sink, and then I run over where I went with the micellar water. I have the outfit of the day today. So this is a very cute summer dress, but outside it's quite cold and cloudy, so I have this sweater on. I have this necklace, ring, earrings, these bags. I have a bunch of errands to run, and these sunglasses that are like not too dark. Technically I do have darker glasses in my bag in case the sun does come out and it's too bright, but for now they're nice enough to keep it dark but not too dark. They just look really cute. I'm gonna wear my Birkenstock, but I want to show you. Basically, I'm carrying my eye drops and my eye wipes with me because if my eyes start watering, I want to clean them up. And I can only use this pair of wet wipes. So I have them with me in here. But anyway, I store my 3 drops here. You can kind of see them in this Kate Spade little baggie, and I think it's very fabulous. I do want to say that with my left eye especially, in my peripheral vision, I see this like blurry, like watery, moving white lines, which are normal, but I do see them and they're supposed to go away. And while I was out, my bottom eyelid was kind of hurting. This is from the thing they used to open up my eye. It's not like really painful, it's just like a little bit uncomfortable, but it went away. Ooh, the hair is just hairing, but it's day 3 post-operation, and I want to tell you the fun story time of this morning. My doctor told me on Tuesday, like the day after surgery, when he removed the goggles, that I can just sleep without them and like I don't have to wear them anymore. So last night I go to bed, I finally managed to fall asleep, and then about 6:30 I wake up to me itching my eye, like scratching it. And I began freaking out because I'm not supposed to, at least for the first 3 full days, or I think yeah, first 3 full days. I start Googling. Google says I'm gonna go blind. I use ChatGPT. It gives me like the 4 main symptoms that something's wrong, and if I don't have the symptoms, it said it should be fine, but I should call my ophthalmologist. But it was 6:30. My doctor doesn't work at that time. Waited until morning, called in, and they kind of laughed and were like, you know, it's okay. Like my eyelids are less swollen. And here in my peripheral vision, I still see things floating. But it said, like they told me that up to like 2 months, 3, it will be like that. Today is Saturday and it will be my first day washing my face with water since the surgery, day 5. Slept majority of the night without the mask, but then I wanted to throw a stuffed animal on my face, so I just put the mask back on and then I took it off in the morning. I just washed my face. Today is day 6, and yesterday I went to a friend's birthday with my family and I saw my ophthalmologist there. And with that, my eye surgery story has come to an end. Thank you so much for watching. A huge shout out to my surgeon and his team for being awesome and walking me through this process. If you're considering doing the surgery, please know that there are stories that, unlike mine, don't have a happy ending. So make sure you're going to an experienced professional, make sure you do your research, and if you're about to undergo the surgery, then I hope that this video helped alleviate some of the anxiety around it, and I hope that everything goes smooth and you feel the euphoria on the next day when you can actually see, because that feeling is so indescribable and it's magical. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.